Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby and I'm back today to do a journal share with you. So I have been really sort of hooked on making some fabric covers, and so I've been accumulating some fabrics from thrift shops and some garage sales that I went to, and wasn't really sure what I was going to do with some of them, but started to notice a pattern with what I was buying, and the colors were kind of going together. So I decided, after watching some of your wonderful videos out there, I see a lot of you guys are doing this and I love it. So I just sat down at my sewing machine one night and started to piece together some of these covers. So I will show you really quick here. They started off like this, so I just cut strips of fabric in various sizes and colors that I thought went well together, and then I just made, you know, a giant rectangle out of them, enough that I would be able to easily make a cover. And that's the back side. You can see my sewing there. And that's what I did. So I had a lot of these greens and rose colors, and there's a little bit of a funky one there, but I thought it all kind of went together. So I made a few that I can, here's one in the blues and yellows and green. And so, like I was saying, I made a few so that I can have some journal covers sort of prepared. Well, these ones need the backing still, but they're ready to go. And so this one's completed, the whole journal I'm going to show you, and then this will be my next one. I am ready to put my pages into this one. So I figured that some of them will have this folded flap and some won't. So I guess it just depends on how much material I have and what I feel like at the moment. So I had these little metal plaques. I don't remember where I got them from because it was about 100 years ago. Likely it was just like a dollar store or something, but the color went really well. And this is a Tim Holtz, what are they called? Quote chips. So they're like chipboard. And so that's what I used there. And I just backed it on a few layers of fabric that I sewed. And I put some little corners on these ones. Sorry, I thought my camera was back far enough, but I guess it's not. And my desk is a mess. That's why I have this white thing here. It's like a little bomb went off. Anyway, and then the tie that I used, or the closure anyways, is just a super long patchwork of all of those fabrics. So I just really put them together and started sewing. It does not look pretty, but I kind of liked it that way. So, like I said, I made a super long tie out of that. And I'll take you inside. So I didn't think that this would flop open by any stretch. It's pretty thin. It's not too chunky, but maybe once you fill it, it will get that way. So that's why I also included the tie. So you just open that up. And it's very flimsy, and I kind of like that for a change. So this is the first page. You can really do whatever you want, and that's true. So I used a bunch of different things in this one, also a little bit off my norm, but I love watching you guys, and you have such good ideas, and things always look so good to me. But I've been noticing that some of you have been using pages out of your Daphne Diary and magazines, and I had a couple, and it kind of pulled at my heartstrings to tear pages out of there, but I did. And so that was fun. And I used that. I used, what else? I used some books that I had recently gotten at a garage sale, some stamp books and an art book. And I took some pages out of that. I used some napkins and And I don't know, the rest I'll show you when we get there, okay? So this is Daphne's diary page. And then on the inside, I just made a pocket with that. I did a lot of sewing. This is just one of my envelopes that we made together. Here. Inside is just some writing paper. And just a little card to go with it. And a paper clip. So that goes in that pocket. Just like that. And then this is a page out of the stamp book that I had gotten, and I loved it because the colors were very vibrant, and I was going for a little bit more of a colorful theme in this one. And I recently got these napkins and I wanted to use it, so I Mod Podged a napkin to this page, and I thought it came out really cute. Really love that one. So you could probably journal in a black magic marker, put a photo on there. This is a picture out of the art journal, the art book that I got, and so I just made a pocket out of it. I sewed around the edges. I just included a vintage green button down here, and I paper clipped some extra ephemera in there. I got hooked on my sewing there. Just a tag inside a glassine bag. And I just put that in there. And I really love that picture. And room for journaling. And then on this page, it's another page out of that stamp book. I just did some sewing around the edges. And inside here, I have a paper clip. And this is one of those nights where I was just making stuff. I showed you guys these little pockets that I made with a glassine fronts or parchment paper. I just put some fabric back there. This is a little piece of lace trim that I got from my friend Dina. Hi Dina, thank you very much. There's a few things in here that Dina sent me that I used, and I really love them. This is some really old, what do you call it? Like it's wallpaper, but it's like the border, thin border trim that we used to put up a long time ago. But that's what that is. And a tag that I made. I don't know if I'll ever get this clip back in there. I don't know what is wrong with this camera angle. So that's just the back of the stamp book. And then on this page, I just put a little bit of lace. This is a guest check also that Dina sent me. Thank you for that. And I backed it on some coffee dyed paper, did some sewing around the edges. This is also a piece of applique that Dina gave me, and a little tag that I sewed a glassine stamp bag to, some fabric, and just attached that. And I thought it was so cute. And that just all goes in this little tuck right here. Some vintage ledger paper. I used some washi on here. It says La Dolce Vita, the sweet life, on there. This is some old fabric that I found at a thrift shop one time, and I just stapled it to there. This is some vintage paper that I got, and coffee stained. Everything's coffee stained in here. And there's one of the tags that we just I recently showed you, and I just put some extra ephemera in there. And then on the bottom corner is just a little piece of fabric with a flag and a cameo. Is that what they're called? Yeah. I can never remember the name of things when I'm trying to explain it to you guys. Is cameo right? Anyways, you'll let me know. And then on the flip of that page is a repair tag. And then this was also part of that napkin that I got. And if I had one here, I would show you. Of course, I can't find one right now. But anyways, it had this little part with a stamp, and I just Mod Podged it to there, and I thought it looked so cute. And I just love these repair tags. This is a page out of Daphne's diary. I just thought the greens went really well. And the pinks as well. And then on that back page there's not a lot you could do with that, but I like the colors. So I just attached some lace and some extra material, and that's a page out of Daphne's diary, and I just sewed it all together and glued that down. Some more ledger paper with more washi and a little pull there with some fabric. And then this page, I just used that napkin again, Mod Podged it to my coffee stained paper, and I made a little pocket out of some vintage lace that Dina sent me. Love this, Dina, so beautiful. Thank you. You just spoiled me, and I love it. It just looks beautiful in any journal, I'm sure. And there's a little pull here with some extra fabric, some graph paper. That's from Daphne's diary, and I just thought the colors went well. And again, on this page, I did the same thing, so lots of bright colors. There's some lace under there. I just used some extra bits of fabric, and that's a strip of paper. I just sewed down the center, and I stuck it down on there. You probably could tuck something if you wanted to, but I was just really trying to tone down the too much brightness of this page, but I still liked it. And the center of the signature, I just put some fabric on there. This is from an art book. This is Elizabeth Murray painting, and so I like the colors, so I used it there. And just some tags. This also came out of that book, and I just backed it on some coffee stained paper so someone can do some writing. That's vintage lace. This is a little music page pocket that I made on the back of that graph paper, and then inside of there are this little paper clip, and then this is just one of those bags, glassine stamp bags that I showed you recently, and we just Mod Podged the napkin to it and added some pages for journaling. Oh, we could even put it here. And then on this page are some of the yellows. Now, I made a mistake because there isn't a lot of yellow in here. There's some, and I probably should have used this on the journal that I'm going to make because there's more yellow, but it's too late. This is a little glassine bag backed on some craft paper. And then I Mod Podge paper, that vintage pattern paper, then you iron these on to your pillowcases, I think. Maybe to do some embroidery or something. I'm not really too sure. But I think that's what these were. And I just love the blue and the yellow. And I had some fabric to back it on there. Put a couple of buttons. One that's a yellow one under there, and that blue one fit perfectly in the center. So I put it in there, and just some ephemera from a paper pad. And then this page is just a blank guest check, and this is just a little snippet I made, just pieced some fabric together and obviously put it on a paper clip. And I really like the pink on here, something cute to read. And then I just did some layering here, and a little bit of crazy sewing. And that's the back of that Daphne's diary. On this page, I just made a little pocket with a leftover piece of fabric that I had. This is some vintage lace. This is this is for shoes, I guess, when you go get your shoes fixed. But it was yellow, and I loved it. And I had another piece of that iron-on paper. I don't know what you'd call it anyway. And I Mod Podged it to this tag. I have a thing about blue and yellow. I don't know. But I like that for an accent. Ledger paper. And then this is just a page out of an old book. Heloise something, I don't know. And I used some washi tape to anchor it down. I flipped the page down and then I attached a piece of vintage wallpaper sample, and I made a little pocket. Oops. Wow. And some ledger paper for writing. Just put a little flag, a little fabric piece on there. This is out of that art book, and it says Going to School. I just love that vintage looking picture. Thought it was adorable, so I made a pocket out of it with some trim. You can put some stuff in there. And then this page I just included a glassine bag and some extra journaling cards, a little tag, and paper clipped it to it. And this is just more of that stamp book. Just love that book. Some more wallpaper, and then on the pocket on the back I just put another envelope that I made, and just a postcard there, and another patch paperclip. Fabric patch paperclip. That's what we'll call it. And we'll put that on there. And that's it. That just all closes up. And there's lots of room to grow there because you have the Velcro, or you could use the tie, or whatever works for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I had so much fun making this. So just thank you to everybody who has videos out there on your journals made out of fabric, because I just love watching them all. And so I'll probably make a few more and show them to you when I'm done. Hope you guys are all well, and we will talk to you really soon. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.